Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Vulnerable, second take. We got 15 seconds in. We had to make a camera adjustment. I was proud of myself. I did check the date before we started.
March 11th, we said?
March 11th.
March 11th.
And we took a 3-week delay because now we should be good for a while, right?
Mm-hmm. We're good for, other than,
softball and stuff. We'll work around the schedule, but we should be able to do
softball
one at least
games.
weekend and weeks.
Yes.
No graduation parties, weddings.
My daughter graduates May what's funny is helping coach softball, and I call the pitches and everything. And, when you're a competitive person, and my daughter graduates on May 8th or 9th or something like that. And so I knew tournament would be right there somewhere.
Yeah.
And so Liv told me when the tournament game was, and so I'm good. So I think after graduation they're moving because Elena got a job in Nashville. Yes,
yeah,
she did.
Good.
So so they're moving. So it might be Lisa and I driving separate, and Joel's not helping move his daughter.
Got a tournament game.
Yep, got a tournament game.
Love it.
Tournament game. Priorities.
How you doing, Chris? You good? How was Florida? How was Nashville?
Didn't go to Nashville, went to Gatlinburg.
Or Gatlinburg. I keep saying Nashville.
No, Florida was really good. Had a convention center.
Trade show?
Trade show, yeah. It was really good. Met a lot of different people from all over. Gatlinburg was weekend to remember. That was a fun one.
And your friends were questioning going to Gatlinburg, right? Wasn't some people why are we going to Gatlinburg?
No, we all were agreeing on Gatlinburg. It was Nate's decision no matter what. And he said Gatlinburg because he thought there was casinos in Tennessee. There is not. And he said there's one an hour away. And it was there wasn't anything near. But, walking the strip and everything every night, that was a lot of fun. So.
I think Gatlinburg's it's becoming more commercialized.
It is.
My parents have gone for the last, I think they just told me 16 years, 14, 15 years. I remember when I was a little kid, it was mom and pops, and then the fire happened, and then they took, Pigeon Forge from the edge of Gatlinburg on is so commercialized now, but it's still fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
I like it.
We didn't do the mountain coasters.
You didn't do the mountain coasters?
We weren't sober enough to get over that way.
Before you got here, he was giving me a rundown on the weekend, and I'm surprised he don't have a Mike Tyson tattoo on his face or something like that after that.
We'll have to go over that. There's hookers and blow or what?
No.
I don't think it got that crazy.
Not that crazy.
Oh, gotcha.
You're getting old. When my last time there, I did that roller coaster, and I was sick when I got
the
off
mountain
of
coaster.
It. Yes, I was kind of going, whoa, man.
My mom and dad, we went this last year, and that's we did 5 of them. It was my mom and dad's thing. They wanted to do every mountain coaster there was, and
There's
we did
5 of them there.
I think there's 7 now. 7 now.
So one that's behind the gas station, going into Gatlinburg from Pigeon Forge.
Yep.
When I was there 2 years ago, that was not there.
Yeah, they've put. I think Dad said 3 years ago there was 2. 2 years ago there's 5, and then this last year there was 7. They're just. Because the lines are huge. They're charging $20. Some of them you're done in 60 seconds. Some of them take 5 minutes, and they're slower. I like those.
That's the one that I think I got sick on.
The
slow one.
Little slow one. Yeah. So I made Justine get in front of me because we went on a fast one. I was worried about, we just found out she's pregnant, and I was worried about somebody slamming. I've seen videos of people not braking and hitting or accidentally hitting. So I'm Justine, go in front of me. I said, now you gotta go, What does she do? I give her all the time in the world, and I make it halfway down. She's she's I didn't realize I had to press it all the way forward. So she's just motoring along, and I got a whole line of people behind me ready to go 60 mile an hour down this mountain coaster. So it was exactly
an Amish buggy in front of you.
Yes, It was exactly how I played it out in my head, and exactly why I let her go first. And then Joel was in
Cabo.
So Punta Gorda.
When we were in Cabo, we're on the California Baja Strip coming down. Straight across the water, 300 miles is where the Puerto Vallarta thing was.
Really?
Yes.
The
with the cartel.
What was the gosh, I knew the name because when
the
Jalisco
cartel, head
cartel.
of the Jalisco cartel, the new generation Jalisco cartel.
So when I went to Florida, we were supposed to be there that week, and we
Puerto
ended up,
Vallarta?
yeah, we were Cancun, which is how far from
Cancun then is across
the other way.
The other way. Yep.
Because we were supposed to be there, and we changed the trip because I think it was because Ross wanted to play pickleball or something. But we went to Florida, and we were all talking about like 2 days into our trip. We're like, well, look at that. You know, we could have been there, and that all that could have been. I saw some places were still having fun, and some places seemed like they're scared to death to go outside.
I mean, it was fine where we were.
Yeah.
It was fine. I mean, if you talk to the locals there, they say it's no different than in the United States. You guys got Seattle and Minnesota and
right
and everything. But
right.
I said I don't think it's
quite the
bad,
same way.
The same, but yeah.
Yeah. And then I was in Florida for a bachelor party for my buddy Ross Jenkins getting married to Bailey.
He's getting married.
Yeah, getting married. Yeah. And I think so Bailey, his wife, was the one that you met at country concert. Yep. So she ended up doing I don't know what else to call it other than modeling. She did I tell you she met Gronkowski?
No.
So she went and did was it the High State Michigan game? She did something where she like met Gronkowski, took pictures with him, and she said he's exactly who he is on and off camera, like to the T. The person that you think he would be is who he is. No difference.
Like Frank the Tank or whatever.
Frank the Tank. There you go. Yeah. Yep. So that's why we were gone for 3 weeks. It's been 3. We said the 17th of February was the last time.
February was the last
did
time.
one with Gary.
Yep.
Gary, which I've been rewatching. I don't, we've talked about. I don't watch the whole video, but I watch clips. And Gary is a knowledgeable son of a bitch. He does have a ton of knowledge. I was like re-listening to the videos, and I was listening to what he was saying. He has a ton of knowledge.
Yes, he does.
And he just regurgitates it like he's reading a book.
Like he's reading a book.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like I watch him about to take a breath, and I'm going to talk, but there's not time during that breath to talk. It's
one category to another category. Yeah, it's impressive. That's an art.
Yes, it is.
So we did not talk about these subjects outside of the podcast, but I did write down a few things. So I was going to, I can't
read your own writing.
Yeah. The first thing was you said something to Chris and I, you're like, we'll discuss on the podcast about guests, some sort of guest you met in the local area or something that you want to have on.
And so,
no.
So you talk about, the coyote trapping.
Yep.
And then, then I kind of just had an all-out assault for these coyotes. And so in the meantime, then I got a call, and then from Melissa hunting here, we done some trading, and I got a thermal. So now I have a thermal, and then I got a rifle for the thermal. And so I've kind of then, as you dive into something and you want to get good at it, then you start going down wormholes and find out, really what goes on and how you do this and everything. And so, so then it's basically something you can spend a whole lot of money on. You can spend a whole lot of money on. So I just had I'm trying to sight this thermal in, put some hot hands on a thing during the day if you're shooting. And so then one thing led to another, and then I found out that a screw was stripped on the quick mount, so thus my scope was coming loose after I would shoot a few times. So I've had to get a new base coming for the thermal, and but then a friend, Darren Hess, come over to help me sight this gun in, and then of course I'm trying to shoot with my gun clamped in the bog pod. So, he pulls out, a 4-pound aluminum $600 tripod with a $300 or $400 fluid head on it. And then the AR body gun clamps to the fluid head. And I mean, it's like
weightless
and rock solid. You know, the bog pod is fine if you're hunting a deer at 100 yards, or you're using a crossbow out of a blind or something. But as far as if you're trying to shoot a coyote at 300 or 400 yards, the expensive tripod, the fluid head, the gun actually then locks into the fluid head. I mean, he pulls his gun out and it's just like, I mean, it's like rock solid.
Yeah.
So
did you buy the...
So then you're down that wormhole. All right. So if I'm going to do this, I guess I need this and I need that. And, you know, and now I'm just not really sure about, because I did not. So then I'm like, he pulls out this and that and that. And, you know, and a thermal scope is, you know, a good thermal is, and then he is, you know, here's the thing that I do not go without. I don't go hunting without this. And that's a thermal scanner. So your gun is on the tripod with your scope, but then he has on like a military helmet with the flip down thermal.
How much is it?
And I mean, that's $2 or $3. I mean, you know, that's $2,000 for your thermal scanner. So you're not sitting there looking through your
You're looking
scope.
through this, you flip that up.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Then once you, so have not gone to that yet, to that extent yet, but
so have you,
that's next. But I mean, from my business, as far as the deer hunting business, I mean, if I'm pulling up to let somebody out to walk to if we're getting ready to head to a stand, you can just check and see if the coast is clear.
Oh yeah.
You know, check and see if the coast is clear. And
that's probably more vital than anything.
And another thing you find out when you're out there from, you know, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. is that a deer's life is then.
Oh, yeah.
When we're trying to kill them, that's not when they're out and about.
Yeah.
I mean, their life, their life is then. I mean, there are deer everywhere.
So you've gone out and done it.
So then that leads into, so when he has all this stuff and everything, I'm like, you know, I mean, there can't be a lot of people doing this. When he goes, you would be surprised the people that are doing this and spend that much money on this stuff. I mean, you could easily have 10 grand in all your stuff.
I was thinking 15. You got 7 in a scope, a brand new scope. I mean,
but the problem is there are now a lot of good ones at 2,500 and stuff.
Yeah,
for guns that are decent. I'm finding out that are decent. That's going to get you by. But you know, these guys do it enough that there's pressure. And coyotes have been called, and, you know, Darren wanted to be able to, you know, when the coyote hangs up at 600 yards and just sits there on his butt and howls or whatever.
You're popping him.
He's shooting them off his setup, he's shooting them at 600 yards.
You said Darren Hess?
Yeah.
Darren Hess is local?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So his dad was my trapping partner.
Oh, okay. Yep.
His dad was my trapping partner.
Yeah.
But at the time, you know, Darren was just a little bugger.
How old's Darren?
I'm going to say Darren's probably in his 40s, I would say.
In his 40s?
Yeah. Darren's in his 40s. But so then Darren then hunts with another local person who has kind of made it his business and livelihood. And so
to hunt coyotes?
To hunt coyotes, and he is in the sound business. So he has 3 different sets of coyotes that are pets that he makes all of the sounds and the recordings, which is like a huge business.
Oh.
So then you, if you have your call there, when you buy it, it only has so many standard sounds on the remote. And then the rest, you have to go on to the audio apps and purchase all the sounds.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
So he has, you know, them mating, them having sex, them, you know, he has all the
Feeding.
sounds. All, correct. He might throw a deer leg in there, you know, and stuff, just all the different sounds.
And then
howls,
he builds customized, or he sells independent, you know, he can bring them together as a howl and eating, or he can sell them separately.
So then it says on there, it'll be, you're buying a 30-second clip of, you know, of Apollo howling, Apollo, you know, mating, you know, breeding, and then you match the sounds with the time of year, it is. You know, so basically this end of February into March was like their peak. That's when they were breeding. So, you know, they're kind of territory. And I did not know they mate for life.
Really?
A male and a
I didn't know
female
that.
mate for life.
So is
So he is not out like a buck, you know, getting different. The pair are together for life. You know, and then we have, as hunters, if you whack one of them, he said they probably eventually will find another. But yes,
maybe take a year or two off.
Yeah, yeah.
Go in the dating game.
At the dating game. Yeah.
No, I didn't know. How cool is it that he's making a business out of selling the sounds? That would have never even crossed my mind.
So then, So I kind of, you could tell I would ask Darren about, you know, I just wanted to go and watch, and, you know, because once I dive into something, I want to learn, you know, how to do this. And so, but you could tell that was like maybe a touchy subject or whatever. But then, so his partner, I mean, I say,
why can't you say his name?
So JD Pyatt is his partner, JD.
Which is, I think, very famous in our area for killing a shit ton of coyotes.
So basically, Tim and I would give them, if we would have problems at places, we would give them a call. They would send the next day, problem taken care of. You know, I mean.
Just wipe them out.
Yeah. So then it's kind of, with it being very in the area, being kind of just like the deer hunting stuff, you know, kind of secretive, and these are my you know, so they don't really take outsider. I think in the past they probably have taken some people, and then it probably came back and burned them, because then that person, you know,
started trying to.
Yeah. So they basically don't take nobody. So then JD has switched companies from Icotech to, he's now with Fox Pro.
Okay.
Fox Pro Call Company. And so he was going to have the president of Fox Pro was going to be coming and hunting. And because the guy's trying to kill a coyote in every state. And I think he's killed in like 30 or 32 states. And every state has them but Hawaii.
Okay.
Yep. Every state has them but Hawaii.
Really?
And and so JD then checked in with me, and I got the president of Fox Pro coming, and I'm kind of looking for a few fresh spots to take them. Mm-hmm. So then it's like, you know, I call JD, and it's like, so I'm wanting to learn about this, so I'm okay with it if I'm
allowed to go.
If I'm going, and show me no problem. So so then once the door was open, and it's kind of you know, I have all my own 30-some places to go coyote hunt, so it's cool for me then to go with them, and they go. So it's it's kind of mutual now. So so I'm learning.
So do you think
I'm learning?
Darren and JD will come on the podcast?
So I mean, I would like to. Yeah,
that would be
Darren and JD come on here, and they would. You know, the only reason that maybe they wouldn't is because maybe they don't want. But I mean, it's a catch-22, because JD's in the business, so you know, so he's also doing really well selling his sounds and stuff. So yeah.
I mean, so JD is now selling his sounds to the Fox Pro.
So I think you cannot. I don't know if he can now have his own little site where he sells them. That may have to go away, and his sounds are now only available through Fox Pro, I think.
That is pretty awesome.
I think
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
next step is to ask, unless they see this episode, would you guys like to come on? Maybe you can ask them.
I'll ask, because the next step. So then, whenever I left the last evening, JD sent me with a tripod and a head, and my wife hopefully doesn't read that. I have a gun. I now have another gun that now has the AR body to mount on the onto the truck. So I'm pretty much so. So here's what's next, which is you can kind of probably get by without the you can get by without the scanner, but I think Garrett just bought the Garrett bought a scanner. Yeah.
I was going to say I
bought a scanner.
I want to buy one now.
So but then the next step is all of their scopes and scanners they are using. So like the scope they're using, if it is up there and it's on the Coyote, it will say 852. Like it says exactly how far he is. And then if there are crosshairs and lines, if it'll actually put the dot down on which crosshair you need to be on.
Wow.
For your ballistics and stuff.
That's pretty awesome. What's the farthest shot they have taken, did they say?
So, and then it has, I don't even know the name of the technology, but it has the technology on the scope, because they all have video recording, but the technology on the scope is whenever you squeeze the trigger, it will automatically back up 10 seconds. So in other words, it's called whatever. So when they squeeze the trigger, the video backs up 10 seconds, and then it records for another 20 seconds.
Oh.
So it automatically does it on the squeeze of your trigger.
So there's no shutter or anything?
No, it's not you forgetting to, oh shit, push the record button.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
in other words,
yes.
Mine, I think, has a little button I have to hit record.
Yeah.
Whereas theirs, it just automatically, when they squeeze the trigger, it backs up 10 seconds and the recording started.
Gotcha. You don't have to, it automatically records for you.
Automatically records. And then does like 25 seconds afterwards. And it does slow-mo. So it's like, he's fine.
Does JD have does he have like a Facebook page or anything that he posts these videos? I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm sure they do. But I mean, Darren has, I know, 650 or killed at 650.
Oh, killed 650.
And a video from the other day. I mean, it had been missed and is running and running and running and running. I think he stops, and he didn't kill it, but I'm pretty sure it spun and was hit at like 8-something.
Wow.
8-something. 850
yards.
Yes, 800 and some yards.
Chris, I know that's about 2,400 feet, 2,600 feet. I think the longest sniper kill shot's like a mile. I'm just trying to put it in perspective of how far that is. That's unbelievable. Like, I mean, that's fucking unbelievable. Dude. That's unbelievable. That's from here to, I can't even, from here to the end of the road is probably 500 yards.
Yeah.
500. So we're another 400.
Yeah.
So then we're another 400 yards out into the field.
Yes.
I mean, it's a dot. If we even see a deer out there, we see a dot from where, if we could even see it, it's pretty unbelievable.
But there are, just deer and coons everywhere.
You shoot coons too, or is it not worth the bullet?
I mean, if it's a slow night, I'm sure.
I guess there's a season, right?
There's
a season.
There is.
Yeah.
But there are raccoons everywhere. If it's hunting season or whatever, and you want to do coon reduction, he had his small handheld he would mount on a 22, and there is a certain sound you can make either with his little call or whatever, and they will all go up trees. You just put the thermal on.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
I think he said 20 something.
It's the predator hunting's changed a little bit since I think probably for you a ton.
Oh,
for
my
me,
gosh.
from the last time I even talked about predator hunting,
with the red light and stuff.
I'm thinking about the old spotlight we had holding it, and you could still barely tell what it was.
Now
You're
it's
changing out the double D batteries because you were 1 hour in.
And if there is with those tripods and fluid heads and setting up on the concrete, if there is ever, war coming or whatever, they will not want to be coming at night or anything,
That's a good point too. Yeah. I'm also thinking about somebody was telling me, I think Travis was telling me, Harshbarger,
Yep.
That somebody had killed a deer at 350 yards or 400 with a new muzzleloader. The new muzzleloaders, I don't know anything about them.
Guys that come here with muzzleloaders are shooting 400 yards.
So I'm just thinking about that fluid head with, if you're on a high spot, 400 yards is a huge distance.
But with that tripod and fluid head, and your gun is not just clamped down, it is bolted to it.
Is it like it's formed to fit that gun? So do you buy
no. So if here's the stock coming out,
yep,
you mount an ARCA plate on the bottom of your gun,
okay,
and then that ARCA plate locks into the fluid head.
Locks it. Oh! It's like the camera slide. It's like a camera slide.
That's
okay,
exactly all it is.
I never heard the ARCA plate term.
Except it's a little bigger,
longer,
like that, dovetailed.
So you buy the ARCA plate to fit your gun, and then it slides right in.
Yep,
gotcha. Check.
Correct.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So then the last piece of the puzzle, and probably one of the more important ones, then that is the silencer.
The silencer
screwed on to the end of your rifle. That enables you to do multiples when they're coming.
How far do they have to be to not even hear it at all? Is it 300 yards?
Standing right beside, you don't even need ear protection on. It just sounds like, and they say out there they hear nothing.
Did you apply for yours yet?
No, I haven't done it yet. I got to do it. Now you basically get it in 3 or 4 days, they say, or and you can just go to one of the place there in Bow Fountain or whatever.
There's Patriots in Huntsville, and then there's the other place in Bow Fountain.
And they said they have a really nice kiosk in there, and you just go in there, they help you.
Okay.
And fill everything out, and because they lots of times coming in at like 2 and 3 and stuff at a time.
Yeah.
So you dump one, they really don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Charlie, get up.
But
without the silencer, you shoot one, game
right.
over.
Jim,
yeah,
Bob,
they're running.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to even go out yet? Have you?
So I went with them, and
to hunt.
I have not.
You haven't gone out and hunted.
No. I basically haven't even got to where the thermal's on, and it needs. Once I got that, so I would have the thermal on and think I was good to go. Then I would pull it out and shoot the next day, and it would be off. And God, what the hell? Then I'm getting all frustrated, and then I kind of figured out the mount and the strip screw and everything. So,
do you like the scope? Because the last time I talked to you, you didn't even have the scope yet.
Yes.
I don't think.
For my first one, it's going to be good.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
So
what I will probably do is I would like to have this setup that I'm doing right now on a good tripod and a thing, and then I would like to have
another setup.
Yeah, another setup. Well, that's coming because it's going to be like my the last 2 weeks of the season. So the last 2 weeks of the deer season, I am going to do just one person and then one person. And that is going to be, I will be selling this as we will deer hunt, have all the properties. We will run coyote trap line through the day. They will deer hunt, and then we will
Nice.
and then we will
Coyote
then
hunt.
we will coyote hunt at night.
That's fun.
Yep. So a full.
Have you sold that to anybody yet?
So I've already sold one of them.
One of them.
Yep. Sure have.
Anybody I know?
So it was Army Joe LaPero. I call him Army Joe from Vermont.
Nope.
So he we'll get to
Yep.
him not taking a spot
Okay.
because it was too much.
Yep.
And then so then I came back and offered that.
And he was jacked. I would
As
be.
far as the trapping and the hunting and
Yeah.
him be the only one here, he's like, hell yes. Yeah, so it'll be good. So I basically have, if muzzleloader's over, January the 6th or whatever, then that'll give me like 2 weeks to get the trap line out and established and stuff, and
Yep.
and then they get here and kind of teach them how to trap
Yep.
and everything, and so I'm trying to get good at the calling part is what. I mean, I really wanted to see, do they go and hide, or your setup matter where you are? They pull out, walk 30 yards from the truck, and
Light it up. Light it up.
Yes.
I mean, when you're shooting them for almost a half a mile wet, or I mean, I know every shot's not that, but
here's what he said. I go, so do we go way out there, or what do we do, or whatever? He says, we have 2 legs, they have 4. He said, we have 2 legs, they have 4.
we're
They'll
walking
come.
right there where we park the truck, walk right there and shoot them.
I mean, if there was rolls in the terrain, you had to get to your visibility and stuff and everything. But for the most part, when they come, so I think it was pretty dead. I mean, there wasn't much going on, and I mean, it's a wormhole. You go down, and we started at 8:30 or whatever, and then it's like nothing's happening, and now all of a sudden you think that, all right, it's gonna start, and then all of a sudden here comes the moon about 12:30 or 1, and then boom, it all starts.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't
Moon
know.
phase doesn't have anything to do with it,
doesn't,
though, right?
I don't think.
No,
it was just
I think
coincided.
It does. Well, I mean, don't you
supposedly it doesn't.
I think it does, though. I mean, so you just
The
said
moon come up and it started.
I think I was going back to people always saying moon phase has nothing to do with anything. I'm like, it does. It has to. I mean, right? You put a big skylight or you put a big skylight in the sky, it's going to make a difference, right?
When we're going to have fun is, he said, fawn distress. They will run you over. He said that a doe may run you over and a coyote may run you over, but they are coming. Yes, fawn distress. And what's funny is he says, like, a coyote pup distress will work like the whole year, which doesn't make sense but yet he said a fawn distress will only work
when they're dropping.
Right then.
When they're dropping.
Yes.
I mean, I think
that only time.
The pup, that doesn't make sense because they don't have pups all year.
Correct.
Right? Maybe it's just instinctual,
It
like
must
a
be.
mother instinctual.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
must
most
be.
of them are mothers that they kill.
But you would think that the old rabbit that basically with everyone hunting that would get old or whatever, but some bitches still that's what they come, or they still come to that. They still come to that.
That's fun. That's fun.
But it's fun. It's definitely fun.
So go ahead.
But I mean, it's I got home 2 nights in a row at 3 a.m. So,
How are they making anything from? Are the property owners paying them, or are they just going out and hunting?
No, they're just seek permission for places, and that's another, maybe correct. That's maybe another end. And go kill some coyotes for people.
Yeah. Yep. So I've selected 25 properties, and I picked less than 50 acres to go. And remember how I talked about I wanted to go and interview them? So I picked those 25 properties in a 15-mile radius, less than 50 acres. So I just need to go and knock on doors when I get a chance and start interviewing if they want to be interviewed or talk to them. You know, either or. I've made it up.
Most people will give a reason why they don't allow.
Well, I was like, here's the process. I told Chris, because we talked about a little bit, and I jumped into it about deer hunting, not coyote. But like, I think I could blend it all in together. You know, would you allow someone to coyote hunt? Would you allow somebody to deer hunt? And then it branches off into several.
How about moles?
Yeah,
you got moles. I'll catch moles.
I'll trap them sons of bitches.
Yes.
You know, so I told Chris, I said, we'll look like, what's the people that come and knock on your door? And Jehovah's Witness. We'll look like Jehovah's Witness walking up.
You might even have Chris carry a rainbow vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Can we sell you a vacuum cleaner while we're at it? But I think that kind of plays into it. I think it'd be fun to ask those questions.
So, so then back to the trapping of the coyotes and everything. So the big thing is having a working set. You know, just a set that is workable. Like, see this weather? You know, I have 20 out, and so you want a good workable set and not have to use waxed dirt and this and that and everything. So there's one I kept seeing or whatever, something about whenever I would Google search and start looking up, and there was this set called the pipe dream set.
Okay.
And I basically just thought it was as much as pounding a pipe in the ground and yada yada yada. But then I dove into it. Coyote University, Mark Zagler from somewhere in New York, I believe, and then I started reading and researching and everything, and so it is basically a set that is kind of. And I think 2011, 2012, it was kind of Hurricane Sandy or whatever, and there was shit weather for them. And I think he was getting frustrated and everything and just started experimenting and trying. So it is basically a set with no dirt. So there's no dirt. So, you know, you saw me set the trap.
Yep.
Set the trap. So pretty much I'm cutting the hole about the exact size of the trap.
Yep.
Maybe even a smidgen smaller.
Okay.
And I'm digging it, and underneath it, I go like 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches. So it's almost like a swimming pool under it.
Yep.
Follow me?
Yep.
So if it rains,
it doesn't
that hole
matter.
can fill up with
mud,
water.
whatever, water.
So then, where the ear tabs are, I kind of will kind of just dig out a little bit on the sides with my fingers or with a little or whatever for the ear tabs to sit on, and then the trap is now fitting down maybe about a 1/2 inch down in that cookie that I cut out.
Okay.
So then I'll take my sledge and kind of pound. You know, granted, we are not doing this when you were with me when the ground's frozen.
Right.
This is like now weather, now weather, October, November, before a freeze.
Yep.
But so then tapping the ground all the way around it, that it like goes tight around the trap.
Okay.
So the trap is now
part of the ground,
rock solid, completely encased, and everything is hard all the way around it. There's no softness, no nothing. It's totally bedded. So then I will use an aluminum or steel screen pan cover that I have cut out that's like the size, and I will lay it right on it.
Okay.
And then I got like haylage at Tractor Supply.
Haylage.
Kind of like hay, grass, Timothy or whatever. Kind of. And so it's probably fine the way it is, but I would sit in my garage and do like a little bucket. I'll have a pair of scissors. I'll grab a wad of it, and I was just kind of cutting it up with scissors, and at least that was the part that was covering the screen. And then I kind of then blended it in, and I'm making all these sets kind of in grass areas and stuff versus out in the middle of of a dirt field.
Yeah, so it blends a little better.
So it just kind of, but I mean, if I'm covering my screen, then I'll kind of go 8 or 10 inches out with some and just kind of blend it. And then the pipe, because it's called the pipe dream set. So, my 9 inches roughly from there to there. So I go about 9 to 10 inches from the center of my pan's back from then. If there's like a tuft of grass, I cut them 9 inches, and then I made a mark down 5 with a marker. And so there's 5 inches going in the ground. And then at the top of that 5 inches, I don't know whether you need to do this or not, but I took a little 16th inch drill bit and drilled 2 holes. So in other words, if water gets in it, it'll leach out or whatever. So then I pounded 5 inches in the ground just so it can't be pulled out real easily by them, and it's nice and solid. And then lure or bait or whatever, just a little, and it goes right in and then once I pound it in and there's the tuft of grass, I kind of bring it up to where you can maybe just see it about like that. So that thing is actually like a scent capture capsule. Follow me? So in other words, where you saw me do the bait hole down in the ground or whatever, it's getting washed away by a couple big rains.
Yep.
Whereas this thing kind of just acts like a little scent capsule that kind of lasts for a long time.
Yep.
So the scent down in there. And he actually says that as far as the screen and his haylage on the screen, that when I walk away from the set, I can sometimes see the screen and the trap. He said they're so focused on the pipe that they really aren't even looking there.
Yeah. So I mean, it almost kind of takes away the fire. We put out a little a lure that was above,
but that was because of the 10 below zero and the cold temperatures and stuff. Because I think the stuff had a tendency to freeze and everything, and that was the only reason of that.
I'm thinking about so you have a bait hole, the bait's down in the hole, the scent is isolated to a very small area. This is above the surface. It could probably be smelled for.
Oh yeah,
much bigger area.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and between all these rains and weather, I'm not getting mushy dirt on top of my trap. I'm not getting, it basically. And because I took whether I needed to do this or not, whenever I first made the set, I had a water bottle with squirt, and I kind of just squirted and wetted it down, so it'll be.
Solidified.
I mean, just kind of, we'll see whether my haylage made the tornado winds today and everything, or whether it's still sitting there. I don't know. But
have you caught one yet?
So I have not. They've all been out now for maybe 3 or 4 days. I haven't caught a coyote. I have caught 4 or 5 coons, and so when I was doing dirt hole sets with my bridgers and stuff, I was losing coons.
Mm-hmm.
With this set, every catch has been like this.
Why is that?
I mean, the trap is now not firing through any dirt. It's not firing through.
It doesn't give them a chance.
I guess
doesn't give them a chance to pull.
Yeah, I'm saying had lots of coon catches that were like this. And then the bridgers have offset jaws that are a little apart.
Yep.
And I think the coons could pull out. I actually caught one the other day in this set, and he had both legs were up to here.
I'm guessing it. I mean, to your point, if the dirt above, I mean, a 20th of a second for an animal like that kind of reflex is a big difference, right? If it's snapping that cleanly, that lightweight.
And so whenever you make a dirt hole set, it's basically a complete the trap and everything's a complete muddy disaster when you get there. Now with me just doing one little hole like this, it basically gets filled in with grass, and then the animal's there, and in 5 minutes I've done a clean reset.
Right.
And so it just seems like the resets are good. So we'll see.
You're liking it.
I like it.
Liking
I'm
it a
liking
lot.
it.
It's funny.
And I put them in fast. I mean, so.
It's funny, Joel, because I was just going to make mention that I haven't seen Joel fired up about, you haven't been this fired up about deer hunting. And you're this fired up about trapping. It's kind of cool to see.
It is.
Honestly, don't you? Can you see it?
Yeah.
You see his enthusiasm and stuff.
Yeah.
Deer hunting is like, I get asked these fucking questions all the time.
Now,
I feel like trapping and coyote hunting, you're getting excited about it.
But with that said, we can now move on to deer hunting. And
How long we been running?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Can we take a quick break?
yeah,
I feel a little fire in my belly. Quick
Yep.
break. All right. And we are back.
we're back.
Joel, I was going to ask, we were jumping to deer. I think the last time we saw you versus now,
A lot has happened.
a lot's happened in the
lot has
business.
happened.
5-Star Outfitters.
So, you know, I'm 59 and I'm going to be 60 this year. So, I mean, that's one reason of trying to stay on top of being fit and everything, because I still enjoy hanging tree stands and everything. So, but a lot of my clientele reminds me, you know, they say, Joel, we would be okay with some ladder stands and stuff, you know, so, because a lot of my customers have hunted with me for 25 years or whatever. So, so my business has been, you know, the past several years, it's gone from in the 50s to 50 to then the 40s. So, you know, I was basically at about the past few years, it's been like 45 people. But kind of, I've lost a farm or two just because they've sold, or, you know, one was in the corporation limits and yada, yada. But that all kind of was reasoning from going from 50s down to 45. But still, I could see that I wanted to kill less deer, and I just kind of wanted, as the next 5 or 6 years, you know, of me doing this, kind of coming in the home stretch, I wanted to just be very small and personable as I could. And then about the time of me, you know, thinking about doing this and everything, Tim wanted to meet with me, and he just had his 3rd rotary cuff surgery. And, you know, for health reasons and such, he, you know, kind of took a life decision that he probably shouldn't be hanging from trees anymore and stuff. So, and I said, well, that just kind of coincides with me thinking that now's probably a good time to do it. So, so then come the whole thing of, you know, it does take X amount of money for the machine to run regardless or whatever, or you're just wasting your time. So then you start thinking of, okay, I was this much money, what can I go to or whatever. I just had felt some people out, talked to people individually and everything, and a lot of people were on board, you know, so I had to lose 15 people. That was kind of hard. Some left because it was going to be too much for them and stuff. Some I actually am still doing a little bit of a juggling act on the last 2 or 3 spots probably to totally fill. So there are a few people that I haven't even talked to yet. They're probably wondering why an invoice hasn't come in the mail and stuff. So, but the camp's just about set, and I'm having a lot of fun. So
I think the coolest thing is that you're maintaining the same amount of properties.
Keeping all the properties. What's really awesome is during the rut, there will be 3-man camps. So we may wake up in the morning and we all 3 will go one direction, or we'll wake up and we'll all 3 go the other direction or whatever. So,
well, I mean, you're spreading instead of 45 guys, you're spreading 30 guys. You can be a little bit more choosy.
So it's going to be a lot less, you know, and everybody's on board as far as, you know, taking the next step on. I would like to just shoot 5-year-olds. I know that won't happen. You know, even if I say that and we just shoot some couple 4-year-olds, it would be nice to shoot no more 3-year-olds. You know, with 30 people, if I'm 50%, that's 15 deer. That's a freaking
That's a
awesome,
hell of a
man.
season.
If I can only shoot 13, 14, 15 deer, man, I would like that. That'd
Right.
be it. So
Right.
that way there are so many more having a chance to get to 5 years old is what the plan is. So
I think we looked it up one of our first episodes, and I think most outfitters are in the 28 to 33% kill rate. So I think you even being at that's crazy high. I mean,
or sometimes probably have been in between 50 and 60.
Yeah, you
know?
guys-
and that's probably not even counting arrows launched and
that's kill rate.
yeah.
I think what's cool is if you guys were to kill 11 to 13 deer, and of those 11 to 13 would be, you know, the goal is to be 5.5-year-old.
Yes.
You
I
know.
really don't want to kill 18 or something. Yeah. I
Yeah,
wanna
you're.
kill,
And I think it sounds like the group you've picked. That's kind of the mindset.
Yes.
They're coming in.
That's their mindset too.
We're done whacking.
Yes.
You know this. We're
Yes.
done. We whacking
Yep.
that. We want to kill this.
But it's super cool because you know, for the past however many years, 15 years or whatever, I take care of the east. I take care of, because kind of split X amount of farms, that pretty equal, that farms that way, and Tim was to the west, and so I needed to. It's been a while since I've been all over those farms.
Yep.
You know, I was back in the day. You know,
'Cause
prior to that.
You guys had your own responsibilities.
Yeah, he would do. Yep, and so I've just been spending time. Walking every square inch of everything, seeing where everything is, seeing what needs replaced, seeing what I want to do and everything. And what I find really, really cool is, so as you get older, you get smarter, you change. So
Wiser.
yes. So what's funny is walking these places, I see where I would have things in the past, or you know, where man, I had something here, and it was like, how in the hell was I getting out of here? How was I doing? So
How it's evolved.
yes,
The
it
thinking.
is.
The way you
it's
hunt.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
How from, you know, if I was my last time over there on a lot of this stuff was 15 years ago or whatever, and if I used to have something here, and now it's like, why in the hell did I have something here? Or what did I, so it's pretty cool.
So, I mean, Chris, I hate to be a bitch, but can I ask for a glass of water? So we don't have to take another break? My fault. Just asking.
Well, we're going to have to take a break because you're going to have to pee now.
So my question is, you go from, and this is just a pure mathematical question.
Yep.
You go from 2 guys, very capable, Tim Woods, Joel Snow, 45 hunters, to now 30 hunters, Joel Snow.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't cut it in half.
I did.
Are you worried about the workload, or are you worried about?
So the thing about it is
I don't need ice.
yeah, you're not getting ice there, but
Yeah, ice machine's the big machine. Yeah, no
I
problem.
kind of think that has to be like in the arm mechanism.
Dude, ice machines are like printers. They want them to break in 3 years. Everybody I know has a problem with their ice machine.
Yeah,
So
Tim,
don't worry about
Seriously, that's a
everybody.
thing?
My aunt, myself, my grandma and grandpa, everybody has an issue with their ice machine. They want to fucking make us rebuy a refrigerator for an ice machine.
I religiously changed the filter in it. I did.
Thanks, brother.
And the one up at the house does not even have a filter on it, and it still has been working for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so the thing about it is 3/4 of your work is done now. Before, you know, that's the bulk of the work.
So I'm assuming
And I've really tried to structure it and lay it out that I have one. I'm only planning on taking one person for the opener.
Yeah.
You know, and then 2 people in October. So I've kind of spaced it out where it's very personable, and it's just a couple guys here and there. So
I'm assuming, and this is just a question.
What's going to happen is if there's, because I'm also planning on, I want you to work on the Tacticam thing. So because I'm trying
100 cameras.
I'm trying to get to where I would like to have 40 or 50 for the business, you know, more cameras. And then I would like to have for my
they're all
traps
for the
too.
business.
Yeah, they're all for the business. Yeah, all for the business. So, so
I guess my question was, go ahead. Finish your statement.
So I'll have, you know, more cameras will equal more intel.
Yep.
And the thing's going to be, if my plan is for 2 or 3 to go that way, but what happens overnight and I wake up that I want to be 1 here and 2 here or whatever. Really, if I decide to do that, I'm not really worried about getting guys out, because I have no problem with somebody climbing in 30 minutes after daylight, or, you know, I can get everybody in. I might just have to have a taxi person or something.
I was going to say, I mean, there's people like my father-in-law who just he literally drives older people to Columbus. I mean, there's somebody that can drive somebody and drop them off at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Might have to do some taxiing.
I do have a funny question, though. I mean, it's not funny.
Yep.
So does that mean over since you've been working with Tim and you guys have split the work, does that mean now you're working about a third harder right now? Do you feel like you're working about a third harder to keep it going?
The thing is, I was as soon as February was over, I would be doing basement remodels, or
that's gone.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
so
gone.
I was doing jobs, you know, and
I forgot about that.
So now I'm doing something pretty freaking awesome
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Bitch.
like I've been in the woods. I've been in doing something every single day.
Lucky
so,
fuck.
Yeah.
Tacticams, that's the camera you're dialed
that's
in
the
on?
one I haven't really had, you know,
No issues.
I have 30 some of them, and I really haven't I've had an antenna issue or something, but other than that.
What's your second favorite?
I really don't have a second favorite.
You don't?
No.
I
I know you say, or you use the
they're cheap. They're cheap.
JD says he has been using them and he's been having problems.
Yeah,
with them.
they're for like
said.
what I'm doing or what he's doing. I mean, we have how many issues did we text back and forth?
Oh, a ton.
I mean, not a ton. I mean, we probably had between us probably 3 or 4,
I guess there
4 or
wasn't
5.
a ton. It was just the same issue.
Yeah,
multiple
same. I
times.
mean, what they did was they oversold too cheap. They didn't have. That was not my question, Joel. I just didn't know if you had a second favorite.
No.
To reach out to.
No. I mean, in Indiana is this Wise Eye camera or something, and I hear pretty good things about it.
No,
it's a new company.
I just saw a video on the internet, and everybody was like talking about this new company, and I saw the video, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, that's the best video I've ever seen."
Whenever we were at Labor Day, we were down on Lake Cumberland.
Yep.
The boat beside us, that was the Wise Eye guy. So I think I have a little bit of a connection. I was beside him in Lake Cumberland.
So,
or he works there.
My Aunt Amy bought. This is just a side topic, and we'll come back to outfitting and how things have changed. My Aunt Amy bought Chris and I cameras, but it's a little different. They're live feed cameras, Wi-Fi capable. I think the monthly subscription's $9 or something. I know it's probably a little pricey per camera, but what it is, it can be set up anywhere on a food plot. Let's say a food plot.
Yep.
And you can turn the camera up, down, left, right, and so you can watch the live feed. Is there any interest in something like that? But I don't think. Do they record, Chris? They might record to an external drive. It's kind of like, what did you say that back in the day? It was called a plot watcher.
Yes.
But it's a
live plot watcher.
A little bit more evolved than that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, you're not there and you have, I'm just imagining like you have a TV and you split it into 4 sections. You could be watching 4 every evening you can be watching where your hunters aren't. I just didn't know if that was
kind of awesome.
I didn't know if that was something that interested you.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to look at those. But anyways,
the spy point. I mean, some people have spy points. I don't know. If
I'd have to.
I
buy Moultrie because they're cheap. I call them throwaway cameras. You know, like I had one that didn't work right. I paid $39 for it. It's more about they're getting you on the subscription. That's where they're making the money.
Right. I mean, the Tacticams are only like $100. The Tacticam 3s
Yeah.
that I'm getting, and a feature that I think it is maybe if you get so many cameras, it's this price, but I need to have with all of my cameras, especially from the trapping end, I need to have the take a picture feature. So, in other words, I can just push a button that says send me a picture right now, and the problem
Check it.
And the problem is lots of times there will be a coon in them.
Yeah.
And if the camera's not set perfect, it will not. Like it'll get his picture the first time that he's around it, and then I never get another picture of him. And then I've kind of gotten away from the camera on my traps and have just been checking them all just because I felt bad because I think a coon had been in there maybe more than a day or something. But so the take a picture feature, I could at least in the mornings, take a picture, and I could see.
That's so.
Yours does that. Your Moultrie does that,
Edge 2 and Edge 3 does. His Edge doesn't. That's just. I mean, it's a pro and a con, right? I mean, I think the only problem that Moultrie has is that Moultrie oversold cameras and they didn't buy enough cellular data, and sometimes in influxes, like I think the worst was our cameras didn't upload for like 4 or 5 hours, right? Because they sold so many cameras and so many people bought data, they didn't buy enough data to support it. And we had like a 4 or 5 hour delay. And I think I had 3 or 4 delays throughout the whole entire year. I mean, that's the only negative I have to say about it, which that's not a huge negative.
Now, when I had Spartans, you would legitimately pull the SD card, and then I would come home and go through the SD card with the one sent to me, and it would miss some. So in other words, it's like a little funnel being poured, and if there was like 4 pictures,
a gap,
and sometimes they wouldn't come. And what started that investigating is Tim we would both be accessing the same cameras. Holy shit, camera number 3, he would tell me, and I'd say I got nothing.
Yeah,
he got it, and I didn't.
Yeah, and there's no way to check that on Moultrie because there's no SD card. It's built in.
Same on all the new Tacticams. I do not.
It's almost like you want to. Where'd Chris go? It's almost like you want to buy the. He had Wild Game Innovation cameras last year. They're just the SD.
They're cheap too, aren't they? But
they worked.
Well.
They took pictures. That's my point. Is like you almost want to have like
multiple cameras
taking pictures from the same angle.
I worry about the deer doing one, and there's 4 of them.
Just as a test. Just as a test to see. To your point, like you missed this, you missed that, and this fucking Wild Game's got every picture from here to there.
Now there is no doubt the cone. As far as the detection cone on them and stuff, is some of them have great ones, and some of them are.
We talked about broadheads. Maybe we should just do Tacticams as well, or maybe we should just do cell cams as well.
Because I will test.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I'll test the waters whenever, if I'm corning or whatever, and I'll come in to where, it's got to have my picture here, and I'll just throw or whatever, but then I'll leave and go, and there'll be nothing of me.
I could see us having a spray painted red line, yellow line, red line, and then putting it on the same features, walking the line at the same pace, and then comparing the two.
But yet I can have it here in a fertilizer truck will go by at 100 yards, and and it'll have the fertilizer truck.
It'll go. Yes. I'd have the Urbana property, the neighbor riding on the other side of the fence row in a Kubota, and it would trigger him, trigger 4 times, and then I'd be like, no deer
15.
I'm like, there's a deer there eating corn, but the pictures are 6 seconds or 6 minutes apart. That doesn't make sense, whatever. whatever.
Yeah,
We'll dig. That's actually a good idea, right? I'm sure what's the company name? Why
Wild game, Wise Eye.
Wise Eye. I'm sure the Wise Eye guy probably got pissed off about all the bad product and made his own, because honest to God, I've seen some
Good stuff about it.
not advertisement, but people actually using them and saying nothing but fantastic things.
I mean, that's the way to build a business. Is,
take
just,
everybody's problems and
Yeah.
improve it.
Yeah. Now, I have heard that Tacticam has a really good service and everything. You call, somebody answers,
Picks
I've
up the
heard
phone.
Good service.
Yep.
Yes, not somebody. Well, probably not somebody from Iran answering the phone right now.
They're dead. Don't say that.
The technical
Who said
service.
that? Chris? They're not dead. They're injured. Funny. Going back to your business, Joel.
Yep.
Are you worried about anything? Do you feel like there was a crutch and now the crutch is kicked out? Do you feel any type of
I'm
anxiety?
worried.
Do you feel any
no,
type of anxiety
no.
about your decision for you? And I mean, it was mutual. I know Tim has a great real estate business going.
Yes.
You have your hunting business. And
I mean, anything in life changes good every now and then.
Yeah.
I mean,
one door
that's-
closes, other door
yeah,
opens.
Yeah. I mean, correct. He'll probably, he might end up,
Who knows?
more listings, more this, more that, because got more time.
I was going to say he's taking
got
the
more time.
same time that.
Yeah, he's got more time.
So is there anything that, you'll have to change about not having? I mean, Tim offered a ton, I know. Is there
Yeah, he
any
did a
other than taking care of one half or whatever? I mean, was there anything else? Anything else you foresee?
he food plotted it and everything. So
Yeah,
I
that'll be
probably
you have to
will-
figure that
yeah,
out.
I will figure that out. I probably
Annuals or perennials? A lot of
we were probably 50-50.
50-50.
But there wasn't a whole lot of them because people farm every square inch. I
Right.
mean, your little nooks and crannies or whatever.
If you had
And,
30 properties, how many food plots do you think you had on those 30 properties?
we'll say 7 or 8,
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Well, I know a guy. His name's Ken Arbogast. He has a Kubota tractor, rototiller, and he has nothing to do. He's going to
mean,
laugh when he hears that.
If I knew, I mean, I will probably just if I knew the feeding thing wasn't going to go away, I would probably just,
Sprinkle it.
I have a bunch of Boss Buck free will feeders, just a few more of them here or there.
Yeah.
I mean, and just know that there's going to be 20 does bedded, especially on a few of my bigger properties. You can put one here and put one here and just create your travel.
Once again, we're not talking about hunting feeders.
No,
we're talking
I'm
about,
just talking about-
we're talking about what happens around the
I'm
feeders.
talking about
Yeah.
positioning deer where I want them.
So
Just a bunch of deer, they stay there.
yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember that hollowed out log that's as big as this table that I got?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I've been saving it. I never put it in Zanesfield. And so I can't wait to put it right in the middle of where I want it at the new
At
property.
the new property.
Isn't that going to be fun?
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
it's just a freaking tree that's like
Hollow.
hollow, and I'm going to fill it. That's what I'm going to do for, and because I get nervous about introducing feeders that have never been there. This property hasn't been hunted in 25 years. I'm not going to put a feeder there. And
They get used to it quick.
do they get
I mean, the does do.
the does?
The
do.
does do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I care about.
Right.
Yeah.
And then just hunting around it.
Yeah.
Right. That circumference or diameter. Yep. Yeah, no, in all seriousness, I'm sure between, Dad really does have tractor, rototiller. We can make that happen. I didn't do it. I'll be out there. You can call me Farmer John. No shirt on. The only thing I ask for is I'll tell you off camera. No, I'm just kidding. So, any other, I mean, you're out there. Actually, I have a good question. The older customer base, do you think you're going to have to go more to ladder stands or box blinds or?
I mean, I've already had a couple good customers say I would go towards I will donate like people saying, what ladder stand do you want? I'll
give it
donate
to
to the
ya.
cause. I'll donate some to the cause.
What do you think the
So-
average age group is of your customers?
I'm going to say 50s.
50s?
Just because a lot in the 60s, a lot in the upper 40s to fit, so I would say 50s right now.
I feel like
50s,
50
55.
50 to 55, 58, you're still climbing up.
Oh,
but if you're
yeah.
not in shape,
Correct.
if you're not in shape, 60, it hits hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying a Joel Snow that's 59, 58. I'm talking like a guy that
The office guy that comes here at 64, 65 years old.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Joel Snow hung that like a squirrel's
Yeah.
nest.
Yeah. Now I will say I have, I try to, if I have sticks going up, I try to put them like, when they get to one, the next one's only that high, that high and stuff. So just try to be very conscientious. I hate ladder stands too.
What is there?
I don't know.
Is there
no reason why?
So you
no reason
here,
why?
is it? Do you feel like it's not hunting? Do you feel like deer notice them?
No,
what is
just,
the problem with it?
When I do use them, I like it to be big, giant doubles, trees that it's kind of, if there's a double or a triple, and it just kind of, I try to hide them. I don't like them on telephone. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't like them on telephone pole trees. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
you don't try to put anything out in the open, but I guess you.
But they don't. It don't bother the deer.
Because I'll get up in a tree stand. I have never in my life bought a hang on because I fucking hate them, and we've talked about this.
Now,
I've been up in them with you, but like
with that said, I do like the millenniums, but I like I got to get the ladder stand that has full platform on the bottom that they can flip the seat up, and my bow hunters can stand in the ladder stand.
So I wait until actually about this time of the year. Big game is the flip up seat. It's 18 inches wide, 32 inches deep.
Yep.
You can pick them up on Cabela's for like $129.
Yep.
18 feet or 21 feet. I always take out one run.
Yeah.
I always try to find a tree that I can take out one run.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be up that high.
The Millennium has a system where nothing goes to the tree. Like there's no.
That's nice.
I know.
That's nice.
But you also need like a fucking crane to set the things. They are kind of heavy. Yes. But,
yeah.
But I will still have I'll still have some lock-ons, but I'm trying to get to where maybe hopefully a third are ladder stands this year. I probably won't get to a half, but
what do you think right now? Permanent blinds. What do you have out there? Like permanent or blinds in general?
I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 elevated permanent blinds.
So that makes
up
like
I have so
5%.
many. But I have so many quite a few pop-up blinds. Yes, which I have no problem with them too, man. Just where you got to be mobile and you got to go kill. It's all fine and dandy when you have, places that are repeat every year is where I'll have a permanent blind.
Right.
But sometimes they're in a spot where there's really nothing there to kill that year or whatever, and then there it sits. So
yeah.
But
I was just telling Chris about your trick once again from when I was very, very young, going out with you, filming, and you talked about putting a piece of PVC late season in blinds to hold the snow.
Oh, yes.
You know why?
Yeah.
We went out to both the blinds in Zanesfield, and they were both. Remember when we got all that snow? We were able to save his.
Were they broken?
Mine was broken. His was saved. Thank God, because I told him we walked up on. I said we're hunting no matter what, so we better figure it out. It popped right back up, which is going to Tidewee.
Oh yeah,
Tidewee, congratulations!
Yeah.
My $300 blind was snapped all to pieces.
Same
amount of snow, same everything.
The
his cheap $79 or $89 Tidewee just went boop, popped right back up.
I'll be darned.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have a little handsaw with me and
Measure it perfect.
1.5 PVC with and on top I would have a 1x3 coupling.
Yep.
A 1x3 coupling for the top.
Yep.
Go over the top and just
Stuff it.
yeah. And honestly, you can practically a single guy can probably hunt with the thing still up in there, or you can just take it down and set it to the side and put it back up.
Yep.
Yep. But most times the guys get out and say, "Shit, I forgot to put the pipe back up." All right,
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Only a foot of snow coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
But I mean, it definitely, and it's not what happens is then it melts a little bit, and then lots of times I've gone in and noticed that it's down, but there's like an ice chunk this big, on the hub, and it's freaking laying on the yeah. But
So before we move on, I mean, I know I probably asked this 3 times. Any other changes in the business that you're having fun walking the other half of the properties? You're having fun doing. You're doing it all full time now.
and I'm trapping still.
You're trapping. You're living life. You're loving it.
I know.
Is there anything else? I mean,
And I'm coaching softball.
and you're coaching
I know.
softball with
Yes.
Liz or with Chris's future wife. I think
Chris's future wife. Yes.
future wife, right? Are you engaged yet?
No,
Have you asked a question?
not yet.
Pussy. Get married.
So
It's great. Get married.
So I guess as you, that's another tip. As you get to be 59 years old and you start thinking, I kind of miss this. I kind of miss this.
Yeah.
I kind of miss that. You do things that you enjoyed through your life. I don't know, kind of circled back to them.
So we didn't talk about, you told me a little bit about your idea with this 30 hunters, all the work you're going to be putting in. You're going to do something with that work. You're going to have videos.
So
Now that you're back on Facebook,
I
Boomer.
want to like
boomer.
the 30 people that hunt with me. I kind of want to do a private page or whatever, and just kind of so they see what I do and stuff. I just want to have a private page and just share everything that I'm doing every day.
So like if you walk up, you pick a tree to hang a stand in, you take a picture before, you trim, you hang, and then you take a picture after, you post it.
And I've taken pictures of stuff laying on the ground, stuff I've taken down with the old, up with the new, and mineral sites. And once deer pictures start rolling, and just kind of
Because you used to give them access to the cameras, but now
I did. Now I'm going to just do it via this page.
Yeah. Then
If there's a good, exciting ones.
will you tell them what property they're on?
No, nope.
Do that.
So, in other words, I need to lower the pictures up,
Crop
but it doesn't say the
Crop
name
it.
of the farm underneath.
So are you?
Most people will see. I mean, they've hunted so long, they'll probably see a tree in the background or something. Yes.
I recognize
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
That's
they'll see
awesome.
that.
I think that's an awesome idea.
Oh, yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
idea.
it'll be good. It'll be good.
I think though it's only going to be. I hate to say it. If Joel was to make it like outside of the hunters, if he was to do it at an extraordinary level and he started his own Facebook page, he would be blowing vulnerable out of the water. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
If you were to do what you're saying and you were to take it to like everything you did, water holes, mineral sites, tree stands, deer pictures cropped with all the information out,
Just start
and you,
sharing it all.
and you shared it all, it would be better than our vulnerable Facebook page easily. I'm just saying. So we'll have to talk about that
I'll
offline.
talk about that. Yeah.
Offline.
It's hard to, when you're in the work mode during the day, it's hard to remember.
I bought you a tripod
I
with a
know.
button click.
I know.
I bought you a tripod
follows
with
you
a button
around.
click.
You're going to have to
It
educate.
follows you around.
Yeah, you're going to have to educate
You
me
just
on
have to
that thing.
set it up and click the button.
That's it?
Yeah, we
Okay.
went over it.
All
Boom,
right.
click the button. That was before vacation. He drank his brains away.
I did.
He
I
drank
did.
the.
Lost a few brain cells.
Yeah.
What was the thing you said you had for us that you didn't want to tell us about because we'd get all addicted to it or something of that nature?
That was the turkey, or
That
the
was-
coyote and the thermals.
That was. I was. Yeah, I
was
knew
the
that's what
coyote
that
and the
was.
thermals.
I was because I was
My
thinking. Of,
Instagram page is blown up with those like just kill shot videos,
Yes.
slow mo.
I
and I'm like,
watch-
yes.
Every single video I root for him. I'm like, shoot it,
There's
shoot
a
it,
YouTube
shoot
channel I watch, and there's like 4 guys, and they'll just sit there, and it's just thermal videos the entire time. I'm just sitting in the dark watching it. I was like, this is sweet.
it. Yeah, it's awesome.
It is. It's cool.
I have into the next segment is Trevor Laws.
Oh, yes.
So Trevor on Snapchat has been sending Snapchats of the hogs they've been killing down in North Carolina.
They got hogs?
He's killing hogs somewhere. I thought
Probably North Carolina.
Yeah, he. I think I asked him. It has to be. They're doing it all the time now. Collared and tagged by the government or something. They're like, so he'll kill like, you know, Trevor's got his like
in his Crocs.
Crocs, a car. They're on the bed. They're on a welded makeshift, you know, hitch with a little, and he's got a big hog on the back. You know, it's everything you would think Trevor's doing, but like one of them will have a collar and a tag in it, and he'll take a video of must be the government, you know, doing it and tracking them. And then they've been killing the shit out of them. It's unbelievable. Anything from 50 pounds to maybe 200 pounds, 225 pounds. Wow. Yeah. Trevor's been knocking them down. It's awesome.
Wow.
But leading into that, I think it's March 11th, and turkey season is April
20th or something.
20th.
There, yeah.
So Trevor and the boys are coming.
They haven't picked dates yet, but I asked and ran it by them, and they said we'll be there.
What's the suggested dates if you could pick the perfect dates for them? Right? Probably March, or I'm sorry, second, third week.
I kind of like that.
Into May.
Into May.
Into May.
Yeah, into May. Yeah.
The first and second week of the last 2 weeks of the season.
The last 2 weeks of the season. That's what I like.
When they're chasing hard.
Yeah.
For the last.
That's what I like.
So Trevor and them are coming back.
Because it can be that end of April and stuff. They get henned up. It can be quiet, and they don't leave a patch the size of this room or whatever during the day. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So Tracy and Trevor coming back.
Landon.
Yep, Landon are coming back.
We need to like put a vibrator underneath or a shocker underneath his chair that make him talk every now and then.
Yeah.
Because I really don't think he said a word other than what we asked him.
He said maybe 100 words. 100 words.
That's pushing it, I think.
Chris, how long we been running?
1 hour and 51 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, I need to be hitting it because my wife is leaving for Nashville tomorrow.
Yeah,
so I need
we're good.
Yeah, see her before she goes.
Great episode. That was fun. Actually, it went by really quick. Mm-hmm. I would love if we could get Darren and JD on.
I'll run it by them.
See what they say.
Yep, I'll run
if they say no, no big deal.
I could see JD and Darren's not much of a talker, so maybe. But I'll work on them.
I was gonna say individualized, maybe JD, then Darren, then together. But if Darren's not much of a talker, then maybe just JD.
Yeah. So
yeah. Oh, by the way, I talked to Chris Harshbarger, and I'm like, dude, why did you not come on the podcast? He's like, oh, I was blah blah. He told me he's all about it now because I think everybody would love to have Chris Harshbarger on the podcast.
Remember, it was his 50 alumni.
Yes, he was down at the Tammy Lenn having his drink.
Yes,
did you guys see where the Tammy Lenn hit on the Queen of Hearts for $24,000?
I knew it was getting in the 20s.
It hit 24,000.
Anybody I know win it or
I don't remember who won it, to be honest with you. I don't remember. But anyways, local news over.
Local news.
Bye.
Bye.